I'm super excited to share my process for recording a demo fast to a finished song. I just had an idea the other day while I was in the kitchen, had a melody idea, and so I quickly recorded it into my phone. I always have my phone close by so I can record that idea, and it was a good idea. It was a hook, it was a chorus. And I just got this from listening to this info product teaching thing. It was about business, but I got this one idea where he gave me this idea for this hook. I'm like, that's a chorus idea. So I quickly recorded it, got that demo idea down into my phone, and then I played it for my wife, and she's like, oh, that's catchy, but she just wanted to make sure that I had, I was in a good 4 count, and that it was good, it was repetitive, it was great. I was like, okay, this is dope. And so I took it from the phone, and then I went upstairs to my studio. I tracked it in GarageBand, and I didn't set the BPM or anything like that to it yet. And I just sent it to my producer, and I just said, "Hey, man, I think we got something here, and I think this is hot." And he sends something back to me. He's like, "Dude, that's really dope. I made this quick beat and put it to it. It's 87 BPM." I was like, "Okay, sick." And so then I retracked it to his simple beat, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna write a verse now." Okay, because we had the hook, and so I wrote a verse. Demoed that out over in GarageBand, simple software, and sent that to him for approval. He liked the verse. He didn't like the pre-chorus. He wanted me to set up so that we explode into the hook, and that's what's good about having a pre-chorus is you want to set it up, have that slow moment, and then boom, punch into the chorus. So I retracked the pre-chorus. So now we had a verse, we had a pre-chorus, and we had a hook. Okay, so all those pieces are done. The beat is super demo, super raw, whatever, but at least I've got the vibe. And so then he approved that, and so it was like, okay, well, what's next? Is like, okay, write a verse 2. And so I'm tracking a verse 2, get that done, few back and forth with that. I like this, don't like that. Okay, now we've got verse 1 approved, we got the pre-chorus, we got the chorus, and we got a second verse. Okay, and so I'm like, what do you think? He's like, dope. And so now I have to retrack the whole thing, and then I'll do what I call my real takes, my finished takes. Some people call the original takes like scratch vocals or whatnot. So I clean up all my stuff on my GarageBand. I have it all organized for my verse 1, 2, my hook, my pre-chorus, so I can separate them. And so I start recording verse 1, do a couple of passes of that. And I think I had to punch in at this one part, and so I make sure I bounce. Normally I do about 3 passes. I make sure I get 3 solid takes, record those, I bounce those out as waves, and I send them to my producer. Did the same thing for the verse, the second verse, the chorus. Eventually he'll ask me for an ad-lib track where, I'll let him really polish up the song, get it all organized. He'll probably set up a spot for a bridge, and then he'll organize it and get it to a more of a finished state, right? It's still in the demo stage here, right? But we're moving this thing forward. What's so cool is this is over the wire. This is working with the dude in Nashville, right? Done this with guys in LA, all over the place, right? And so he'll send that to me, and then I'll maybe do some backups, and I'll add some more stuff, and we can decide if we want to do a feature or whatever we want to do, and we'll just work back and forth. Hey, what do you want? What do you want? But I learned how to do this by being comfortable and trying stuff, right? Just trying to demo stuff out, get ideas out, but literally, I wasn't setting up for a writing day or anything like that, and it's it's what time is it right now? It's 9:43, and I might say, okay, at 12 o'clock I'm going to write from here to here, and sometimes I do that. I'll write from 1 till 4 or whatever the time frame is. But I just happened to be in my kitchen. It was late at night, and I was relaxed, and I was vibing, and I heard something, and I took it. And I didn't talk myself out of a bad idea or an idea. I didn't shoot it down. I went with it. I believed in it. I tracked it the next morning, and that's the thing. I tracked it the night before on my phone, and I didn't want to lose that inspiration because, man, there's so many times I'll get an idea even before bed, and I'll just say, oh, I'll track that in the morning on my phone or whatnot, and then I forget. I totally forget the idea. I'm like, oh no, I forgot the melody, and it just really bums me out. So always track it right away, get it down. And then the next day, do a pause. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? If you're working with a producer, someone who has vision, right? And again, I knew this was a good idea. It wasn't perfect, but I sent it to him. I made sure the vocal was clean. I did a good confident take in it, and edited it a little bit more. My wife even helped me, massage it a little bit. But then I sent it. I shipped it. and he freaking loved it. You know, 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before, I send him another song. He's like, nah, that might be good for, you know, Manifest or whatnot, but maybe not for your TV film stuff, you know? Maybe come up with something else. I was like, okay, that's fine. And so I just swung again. And again, just like, you know, the other song I sent him, it's like I was really thinking, and that was like in my writing mode and all this stuff, and it was just like, he didn't even like that one. We didn't end up using that one, and I don't think I've even done anything with that. But this other one, just like randomly, just being relaxed. Sometimes it comes to you in the shower, it comes to you whenever, but you want to be in that relaxed kind of feeling zone. Come up with an idea, but I acted upon it immediately. And that's the difference between successful artists and non-successful artists, is you got to act quickly, man. You got to act quickly on your idea before you talk yourself out of it. Send it to a friend, a producer, someone you want to work with. Get that song done, and now hopefully in the next few weeks we'll have a new song done. Hey music artist, it looks like you haven't downloaded a copy of my book Spotify Profits yet, showing you how I got 12.2 million streams and 100,000 followers on Spotify without a record label and without having to go on tour anymore. This thing reads like a magazine. It's going to show you how to hack that Spotify algorithm, how to release your songs in order so that you get the best chance of getting on those editorial playlists, how I collaborate with other artists, but most importantly, how to build that email list so that you can monetize your music. This will work for any genre, works wherever you live, does not matter. We live in a global singles economy, and now is your time to grow your Spotify following. Click the link in this video to download a copy today.